Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue and Match Day 20 before Coupe de France. We have Coupe de France the next week. We are back with Alain Valnegri to analyze with us this new match day. Alain is still with a lot of troubles for Olympique de Lyon, for Marseille. It looks like there are no strong teams this season in Ligue 1, so difficult to predict this season.
Yeah, this season is so predict, and we saw that we see that every week. The balance in the league is clear. You must to check only the first four spots, and you see two surprises, especially Brest. Nice is a surprise too, and Nice have a good advantage. Now it's 12 points, and that one at the beginning of the season, nobody can predict Nice and Brest in that position in the journey 21.
Well, we have to see Marseille, Lens, Rennes, all out of Europe, Lyon in the bottom three, so it's full of surprises. This Ligue 1, and remember, as always, to analyze with us the French Championship. Comment the video and, of course, press the like, subscribe. Let's go on with the show. And this new match day, as always, starts on Friday in France with a very good game. Actually, it's Strasbourg, PSG. PSG drop points at home against Brest, the big surprise of the season. By the way, they are playing Brest also in Coupe de France the following week, and it's not going to be an easy trip to Alsace, to Strasbourg, a team that is fighting to get into the European spots, but they were stopped by Clermont. 1-1. What was the problem, Alain, with PSG against Brest for not to win that game?
I think Brest made a very good second half and managed really well the game. PSG lose the ball possession, and Brest start to believe the draw was possible. And Brest, at this moment, everything's go in the right direction for Brest. And it's not the first time in the season we see Paris Saint-Germain with management problem in the game. And now they're known to manage that, because with the champions, it's necessary right now to have that maturity to play against Real Sociedad. Strasbourg, when Paris plays Strasbourg, is not a black cat, but is difficult stadium. In the last 4 games, 3 draw in Strasbourg, only 1 victory. It was in Coupe de France. And Strasbourg is 8 games that doesn't lose. Strasbourg start to have his personality, his identity. They have really, really good young player. Friday we will see the best version of Lameno. Is one of the biggest game. This journey for this game, I choose both teams to score odds 1.75.
Well, the head-to-head in the last 12 games, in the last 7 years, there is no victories for Strasbourg, but as you said, the last 2 seasons, PSG were unable to win. In Lameno, you go for both teams to score. I have to highlight that Strasbourg is the best team for both teams to score in the competition, together with Rennes, both with 12 games out of 19. Is a low average, I have to say, compared to other competitions in Europe. For instance, in Germany, we are not seeing that many goals in this Ligue 1, but Strasbourg is a specialist in both teams to score. Well, Alain, on Saturday, We have Rennes, Montpellier, important victory for Rennes, and Lyon. They were leading 3-0 at halftime. They are getting better and better results. It's 5 consecutive victories, counting also the Coupe de France. So they are getting closer and closer to the European spots. They have to beat Montpellier at home. They are favorites.
Yes, the decision to change the manager was correct, was right. In Rennes, we start again to see the normally version about Rennes. Not the best, but the normally version, because a squad must to have ambition to stay in the European spot. They had a lot of trouble this season, but now they have 5 points far to the first European spot in the 6th position. Now Strasbourg, Montpellier must to be warning, because the things start to be hard, especially when they played away with against the best team in the Ligue. They found a lot of problem, especially in the last week in Brest, in Monaco. We see the worst version of Montpellier. Considering the moment of Stade Rennais, when they play at home, is a really electrical team. They start really well in the first half, normally with a high frequency. Their score, I choose over 2.5 goals, odds 1.86.
Close to the relegation spots, Montpellier 3 points away, and in the first part of the season, we saw a lot of goals in Montpellier games lately. We are seeing a lot of unders, but Rennes, they should also be in the score sheet at home. And also on Saturday, we have Nantes. Lens, also Nantes, close to the relegation spots, 3 points away after 4 consecutive defeats in Ligue, and they managed to draw against Reims, but it's not enough. They are not scoring, only 2 goals in the last 5 games. Lens, Alain, also growing in the season. They had a really bad start, so also because they were focused in the Champions League, and now they are getting closer to the European spots. And here we have good odds actually to beat to back Lens, especially given the bad moment of Nantes.
Yes, Nantes have a serious problem with the goal. In the last 4 games, only 1 goal score, and that one to catch point in Ligue 1 is difficult. It's difficult because the defense concede goals, and we saw an improvement in Reims in the last game, but not in the content. They'll be lucky in Reims to catch a point. Now Lens in Toulouse sent a message. Lens is the version really near to the version about last season. They feel really well in the physical perspective, and that one is the difference for Lens, for the type of football they play right now. It's difficult to imagine not winning this game. It's difficult to see Lens score 2 goals, but it's obviously to see Lens scoring 1 goal in the game, and that one means a double opportunity. Is I think is the security right now. I choose 2𝐿𝐴 odds 1.53.
On Sunday we have the first game is Monaco. Le Havre, Monaco in Champions League spots. They are in the 4th spot after grabbing a draw in the Velodrome. They were reduced to 9 men, so I guess it was a positive result. Monaco, Alain, they need a reaction at home. They lost so many points lately this season in the Ligue.
And the last 2 games against Reims and against Lyon to defeat. Yes, in Marseille, Monaco feel comfortable when they're playing Marseille. In the last 10 games, only 1 defeat in Marseille for Monaco. Monaco must react because Monaco start not so well after they improve. They catch really good results, and they're back in the bipolarity from the beginning of December, but they'll be able to won in Lens in de France. Now Le Havre made a really bad game in Lorient and received 3 goals. Is curious because Le Havre away in 9 games they received 11 goals, and against the worst team in Ligue 1, we can say that they received 3, a third of the number of goals. That one is an accident. Is a question: is an accident, or they start to enter in a negative streak? We will have the answer in Monaco, but it's not a good news for Le Havre to travel in Monaco, because Monaco is need to win this game. Monaco have more quality about Le Havre, and I choose Monaco winning odds 1.15.
3 defeats this season for Monaco at the Louis II. Next game is Lille Clermont. Lille drew with Montpellier, so they failed to attack and go to the Champions League spots. They are strong at home. It's the 4th best team when they are playing at home. Clermont, Alain, they grabbed a point against Strasbourg, but it's not enough for them to leave the bottom 2, the relegation spots. I guess the odds are very low for Lille to win, 1.4. I don't know if we should handicap them, because I guess we should trust on Lille to win here.
But the handicap is always a risk. I'm not fan about the handicap, because in spite of the difference between both teams, the strongest team can win 1-0 at the last minute. That one is a synopsis we saw every weekend in football in Europe. Right now, Lille doesn't made a bad game in Montpellier, because they played all the second half with 10 players. They miss something in the finalization, because they shoot a lot, but not in the target. That one was the problem in Montpellier, where they catch a draw. Now Clermont is in a difficult moment, but they'll be able to have a draw against Strasbourg, but they're still in a really delicate position in the table. Now in Lille is always difficult to win. The last 2 games between both games finish without goal, and for that game I choose an under 2.5 goals, odds 2.00.
We are seeing a lot of unders in Ligue 1 lately. We are not seeing a lot of goals. Next one is Metz Lorient, very important one for the relegation spots, but it's impossible to trust any of these teams. Alain, Metz, 6 consecutive defeats. Lorient drew with Le Havre, but 4 consecutive defeats before that one. This is the kind of game when we see both teams to lose, I usually go for the draw, to be honest, because the odds are always higher.
Yes, we can't choose the market. Both teams lose the game, no? But Metz has a problem with the goal, because in the content, I think is a serious team. It's physically strong. They miss a lot of players in African Nation Cup. For Lorient, the last game was the question is a different team about the last 3 months, or it was an accident about the level of Le Havre? We will be known that Sunday night. Now, Metz, I think, is a question of moment. They will be found again the goal, 𝐜𝐿𝐴𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐜𝐭𝐝 back, in my opinion, have an high probability to score a goal Sunday. In this moment, I see Metz in the collective perspective with something more respect à Lorient, and for that reason, I choose Metz winning odds 2.30.
Well, we have to take this with a pinch of salt. What a game. Metz, Lorient, at least Metz, they were newly promoted and they are out of the relegation spots, but a really important game for the to avoid relegation, but both teams in really bad form. Reims Toulouse is the next one for Reims. It's been a disappointing week out of the cup. They drew with Nantes, but they are still in European spots. Toulouse is still fighting to avoid the relegation. Also in that battle is 1 point above the relegation. They've been so poor in the last months that it's impossible to trust this Toulouse.
Well, maybe we can trust Toulouse and watch about Toulouse feel comfortable only against Metz in Ligue from the beginning of the season. Is the only team that won both games. I think Europa League quit energy to the team. The team doesn't have the squad to play both competition. That out in Coupe de France against a team doesn't play in Ligue 1. Reims, if Reims have had a little more of stability, Reims probably today was in the Champions League spot, because they start to lose some point in game where they deserve to win, especially the last game against Nantes is an example. Now is a good opportunity for Reims, because there will be play against a team in crisis. We can say Toulouse is in crisis about the results. The squad was not drawn to stay in this position at the end of January, and I think the odds are really generous, because I see Reims more strong about respect to Toulouse. I choose Reims, Stade de Reims winning odds 1.73.
Even higher, we can see right now in Oddspedia 1.8. Always check the best odds, of course, in Oddspedia. And two good games to end this show, Alain, is Brest, Nice, the two surprising teams this season in Ligue 1, both in Champions League spots. No one could have guessed that, especially for Brest. They've been brilliant, even getting that draw in the Parc des Princes. In the last 8 games is 6 wins and 2 draws, so we can understand why they are favorites, and also because Nice, Alain, they have a problem when they leave the Allianz Rivière. 3 away defeats, lost the last 3 away games, Nice against Rennes, Le Havre, and even Nantes.
Yes, and the draw against Montpellier, only 1 goal in the last 4 games in Ligue 1 when they played away. The question is, who is more a surprise between both teams? Brest, clearly, because Brest have a budget to fight for save the category. Nice have money. Nice was in my opinion, one of the most disappointed team last season, with respect to the potential of the squad, that have had a lot of internal problems, Galtier and all the history. This season, Farioli arrived. Farioli give an identity. Farioli give very good results, because right now the difference about Lille and Nice is 6 points. Not if Nice is able to manage that advantage, Nice will be a Champions League team the next season. Now, when we compare the model of play of both teams, is clear. Brest have something more, in my opinion, especially in the physical perspective. And when they play at home, Brest is really, really, really strong. They lose only against Paris Saint-Germain this season. And it's difficult for me to see Brest losing the game. Maybe a draw can be a possibility, but I take a risk because the odds are so interesting, and I see Brest with that level to win this game. Brest winning, odds 2.15.
Very good odds indeed to bet Brest. You mentioned the risk of a draw. If you go for the Asian Handicap 0, draw no bet for Brest is still 1.8 in case you want a parachute. And the last game, the clash of Olympics this season worse than ever. Olympique Lyon, Olympique Marseille, bottom three. Olympique Lyon with 3 consecutive defeats and conceded so many goals. Now they have a tough schedule. They play Montpellier, they play Nice. It looked like they were having a reaction, Alain, but in this 2024, again, back in the bad feelings for Marseille is the same. Out of the coupe, not able to beat Monaco with 9 men, 3 consecutive draws in Ligue 1, so it's very negative for both of them.
Yes. Marseille is better right now. Is clear that, but we have a stats who is or mean Marseille is not in a very good moment. The last games in Ligue 1, Marseille doesn't receive a goal was the first game against Lyon 2 months ago. And in that period, Marseille, in every game, they concede a goal. And Lyon at home, now with the new signing, they increase the quality. Normally, Lyon will be saved the category without problem. They must to manage more the atmosphere with the fans to found serenity to play with a free head, because I think the problem in Lyon right now is in the head, is not the quality in the field. They made a really good mercato during January, and I think that one can be guaranteed the salvation of Lyon. Is Olympico, we call like that in France. Always we have a lot of emotion. The rivalry is really, really strong. And for this game, considering the moment of both teams, I think both teams to score are a possibility. And I choose this market, and the odds is 1.75.
I said 3 consecutive defeats in Ligue 1. For Lyon is 2, actually, against Rennes, the last one, and against Le Havre, but they even conceded goals in the Coupe de France against Bergerac, famous for Cyrano, a city famous for Cyrano. So let's see if we see goals in this game. Well, Alain, tell me your safe bet for this weekend.
My safe bet is Rennes Montpellier over 1.5 goals, odds 1.25.
And the ACCA?
Rennes Montpellier over 2.5 goals. Nantes Lens 2x no bet. Reims Toulouse 1. OL Marseille, both teams to score.
Thanks, Alain Valnegri. See you next week. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye bye.
Au revoir.